So one thing that has caught my eye with the whole Uncle Howdy campaign is how much major wrestling websites like Fightful, if you want to call them a major news site, um, Post Wrestling maybe, if you want to throw them in there, or Woke Wrestling as I like to call them, um, even Meltzer, none of these guys, even PW Insider, who did mention who was going to be in the faction, but that is the only mention that they've gotten or that they've given for these QR codes. Um, and it kind of mystifies me because this has been huge for WWE. Um, so much so that their Twitter, their Twitch channel has seen huge traffic over the last week. Their WhatsApp, I'm sure, has received huge traffic over the last 12 hours or so. Um, and this is going to lead to a huge faction debuting for WWE, which could potentially lead, if you believe the rumors, to Cody Rhodes versus Uncle Howdy at a premium live event, let's say over in Glasgow. Um, we don't know for sure whether he's going to be debuting against Cody Rhodes. He could debut and cost Randy Orton the King of the Ring. If he's going to debut in Saudi, I still in the back of my mind say he's not debuting in Saudi Arabia. If he does, that's all well and good again. But if not, I told you so. It's something about it just does not say Saudi Arabia to me. I think that maybe they would find a supernatural character like this maybe demeaning to them or disrespectful to them. I don't know. Um, I just don't see it happening. I don't see them lugging all six of those guys over there. I just don't. Not for this. Um, this is something I think you want to debut domestically because it's the domestic audience and the UK audience that has been following these codes. I mean, not to say that it doesn't happen on a worldwide scale, but I just don't think it does as much as it does here in the U.S. and in Canada or in the U.K. And I can't just see them delaying this until Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. But I just don't think Saudi Arabia is the place to do this. I really don't. Again, you want to give me Uncle Howdy? Anyway, um, I've been catching some shit for that. I don't care. Um, But why are the wrestling media not paying more attention to this? I don't get it. This is a campaign that's only been done around once before with the White Rabbit bit, and not to this extent. Um, the interactivity of it is all Rob Fee, from what I've been told. Um, the thing with the games and everything, like the video game and the Hangman game, that was a lot of Bray Wyatt's input. And from what I've heard, Bo Dallas just does not see this turning out that way. He's all for the QR codes and the spooky stuff and the cave and all that. The cave and everything like that is 100% him. But you know, we had the little computer thing that looked like War Games. Shall we play a game? You know, and we had the interactive thing last night with the jump scares. But that's been pretty much it. We haven't seen like any video game type thing or anything like that. Um, But I'm wondering why the major wrestling websites like PW Insider, they don't even write this into their Raw reports. They don't even write a blurb about this every week or every time saying, "Hey, here's the QR code for those who want to follow it." Um, this is big news. And PW Insider and Dave Meltzer, they're treating it as if it's not. It's a huge marketing campaign for WWE. They've put merch out which they're calling Cave Bird instead of Nightbird. I don't know whether or not there's a trademark on Nightbird, but it's now Cave Bird. Dude, oh man. To all my fellow truck drivers out there, make sure your truck is in proper working order. This guy beside me has a fairing that's loose. Oh, anyway. But yeah, I'm wondering why wrestling websites aren't really treating this as news. They're not treating it as if it's anything big, when it very well could be big. And what kills me is I got a feeling that the wrestling media is going to crap all over it when it happens. It's been noted, as much as I like the guy, Jim Cornette did not care for Bray Wyatt or anything like that. He doesn't care for the supernatural thing, even though he's the guy who invented Kane and created Kane's whole mystique, and before Russo came in and plundered it. Um, Meltzer and Brian Alvarez have flat out said they hate the supernatural stuff, and I don't know where PW Insider stands with it. I don't know where Woke Wrestling stands with it, but it's interesting to me how these guys don't want to cover this. And it's not that they can't; it's they don't want to. I know full well these guys are probably scanning the QR codes right along with us. You should be showing on your website, hey, it would drive a lot of traffic to your website. Hey, this week's Uncle Howdy QR code revealed. Something like that. But they're not reporting on it when they should be. Um, as far as the QR code we got last night, man, that is some crazy stuff. How they using spectrograph technology or spectrogram technology, converting pictures into noise or noise into pictures. Those three pictures were one that said hello. Then there was the Bray Wyatt Firefly upside down moth symbol. And then there was a picture of Uncle Howdy himself. Um, that takes some skill, man. That takes some thought. That's not, I don't think that's something that you could just, whisk up in a matter of a week. So that's another thing here, is that this has been long term planning by Rob Fee and Bo Dallas and Triple H. Dare say Triple H may have the final say in what goes on and what doesn't, but because he is the chief content officer. But it's interesting to me how they WWE finally does something else that is taking some long term planning and some long term thought, and they're not even reporting on it like it's anything big when it is big. Anyway, folks, I'm going to jump off here for now. We'll see you down the road.